Welcome, everyone. This is Chris Campbell, founder and owner of CareReps, and this will be a short tutorial on how to use the Caregiver search portal. Quick and easy way for you to find licensed certified home health aides and certified nursing assistants to help you staff your facility or home care agency or care facility. All right. So the first step, what I'm going to do is show you is actually where the URL. So this is the URL of the portal, portal.wearecarereps.com. You type that in, it'll bring you here. And the first thing that you'll need to do is you will need to register. So make sure that you register as an employer. We'll go down here below, register as employer. And you'll see you enter all the pertinent information regarding your organization. And once you do that, you'll submit and register. Now, once you do that, you do not have access right away. You do have to get approval. So once you fill this out and hit register, be on the lookout for an approval email to let you know that your profile has been approved. And then and only then you'll be able to access the system. So once you do that, you will go ahead and log in. I'm already logged in here, so it already pops up, but you'll get the approval via email. Sometimes what I do is also check your spam, because sometimes the email is automatic once you get approved, and sometimes that email goes to spam. So we usually approve within 24 hours or so. So just be on the lookout for that. Sometimes what I do is I'll send a personal email as well, just in case it might have went to spam, but nonetheless, you'll get an approval email to let you know that you're approved to use the portal. So once you log in, this will be the screen that you see once you log in, and you'll start to build your query here based upon either your case or your shift. So I'm going to walk through it here, and you just start to fill out the fields as necessary. So in this case, the city. So in the city, you would actually put the city or the location of your case. So let's just say I'm in Northern Jersey. So let's just say Paramus. I'll start to fill this out. And what should happen, and let me see why this isn't happening, but what should happen is that you should see, there you go, the box. The cities actually start to pop up as you put them in. So once you see the box pop up, just select your specific city. So in this case, we want Paramus. So we'll select Paramus. And what we do, and maybe this will help as far as the city that you put in, the search engine will actually return all caregivers that are in the database that live, or at least listed the city that they're located in or live within 15 miles, a 15-mile radius. So that's why. So if you put in the actual place of your case, and you may want to expand a little bit as far as outside the 15 miles, if you think someone will go a little further or expand your reach, just change. If you change the city, maybe go a couple miles south, a couple miles west, north, or a couple miles away, and you can kind of extend your range a bit as far as available caregivers. So keep that in mind. Place of work. So will it be taking place in a home or a facility? You know, especially with the pandemic, you had some caregivers that did not want to go into facilities and wanted to stick with homes. So that's why we've created this toggle. Type of shift. So hourly or live-in. So for those that are operating home care agencies that work with clients that do live-in, you have that option, and you can identify caregivers that have expressed that they only want to do live-in. So we'll do, in this case, say hourly. I'll just pick hourly. Now, if you pick hourly, and just so you see the toggle here, you'll see that if we select hourly, a schedule pops up versus live-in, the schedule goes away. Now, with this schedule, you want to put in the shifts that you're looking for, the approximate time frame. So you'll see that we have morning, afternoon, evening, overnight, and not the exact times. So you can just kind of put in roughly the time frame that you need that individual that they fall under. So we don't have that for live-in because obviously, live-in, they're there around the clock. So in this case, if we do hourly, and let's say that, we're looking for someone, I'll say it's kind of in between, say 2 to 6. So if you need someone from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., that kind of toggles between afternoon and evening. So I would choose afternoon and evening, and let's just say 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So you select the availability or when your case is. So we can leave the rest there. All right. We go down to preferred gender. So I know that some folks have cases or individuals where there is a preference for gender. So sometimes then you can select the gender that you prefer. If there's no preference, you can obviously select no preference. So in this case, we'll just select no preference. Next is the language. So specifically for home care agencies, I guess this can happen in care facilities too. If you're looking for someone that speaks a particular language, you can kind of put that in here. So obviously what you put in or the languages that you put in may limit the number of caregivers that come up, but sometimes for those special need cases where it absolutely has to be someone that speaks a certain language, you can go in and select that here. I'm going to leave it as nothing selected. So obviously we're not looking for someone that speaks a separate language. And then here you can check all that apply. So do you need a driver? So if you need a caregiver that drives, you can select this. We ask if anyone is exposed to COVID-19 as far as the client. And basically this is the way of saying that if someone does have COVID, that the caregiver is willing to work with a COVID-19 patient. So we'll leave that blank for now. Smoker in the client's home. And this is a way to identify caregivers that are willing to work with smokers. I know sometimes that's a sensitive subject and caregivers don't want to work with clients that smoke. So you can toggle that way, and cat and dog. So if there's a cat in the home, you want to select that, which essentially what we do is find out or ask if the caregivers are willing to work with cats in the home. Same thing with dogs. And I'll leave that blank. And then we have here, will the client need to be lifted or transferred, which is basically an indicator for lifting. So sometimes I know you have caregivers that aren't capable of lifting or simply don't want to do lifting. And we say simple lifting. So, light or short lifting. So obviously we want to find out who is capable of doing it or willing to do it. So you can toggle here. Now, with the pay rate, you would enter in a whole number only, whole integer numbers only. So we're going to put in, we'll put in 16 here. So that's all you would put. So you don't need to you could do that, or you just could leave it at simply 16. And what this will do is indicate caregivers that are willing to work for $16 an hour. This is an hourly rate. We do have this will also pull in caregivers that have asked for slightly more. I think it's $2 an hour more. So you'll actually get anyone that said that they like $18 an hour or less based upon putting in 16. So so what you can do, so if the more that the higher rate that you put in, the more caregivers you'll get back in return. So again, you can go in and change the parameters as much as you need. So once we fill all that in, we'll do search. And these are all the caregivers that have fit the criteria. So you'll see the characteristics that'll come up are gender, name. In this case, you have their first name and other initial. So we do that to, I guess, also make sure that you're not looking to contact someone that you may already have in your roster. So you can kind of check that. Date of birth, updated. So this will give you an idea of when was the most recent time that this individual's information was updated within our database. So either uploaded or updated within our database. You'll see it's actually set the English way, so it's actually is it? No. Let me just double check that. No, it's not set the English way. Sorry, it's read the American way. So you'll see December 6th as a good amount, and this is actually when we initially started the base, so that's why you'll see a lot of December 6th updates. The licenses, HHA or CNA. Sometimes there'll be folks that have both. Let me just see if anyone is. Yes, you see here both a CNA and an HHA, so you can indicate which one that you're looking at. Experience, so you get the number of years, so you can kind of determine if you need someone that has a lot of experience or maybe someone that's just starting out. You can go and see. So schedule, what you can do here with schedule, and it says show. This will show this will actually show the schedule that if that person is available during some of the times that you need them. So for example, let's say, and I'll see if I can scroll through here. Let's say that we put in Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but that person may only be available Monday and Wednesday. So this is a good way to see. So this is a good example here. So for what you're looking for, they're available on Mondays and Fridays, but they're not available on Wednesdays. So for someone that's going and through doing the search, you may not want to select them because you know that they are not available all the times that you need, and you may prefer to have someone that can do all the dates. So, but we know that things or schedules constantly change, so that's why we also have the dates here, so that maybe if they can do some of the dates, maybe they can do all of them by the time you reach out to them. So, but again, you can kind of look at their schedule and see if it matches. Now, this isn't their full schedule. This will only show the times that they're available that you put in. So they may have more times available, but we only show in this instance the times that that match your query. So, and then lastly, the city where they reside. So with the city that where they live in, so you can determine how close or how far they are to your case. Okay, and what you then do is when you say buy, once you do that, you will once you select the caregiver that you would like to pursue, you would select buy, and at that point, that would use a credit. Once you do that, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to expose someone's personal information here, but once you do that, you will receive a full profile containing obviously the information that you see here, but you will see their full schedule. You will see you'll get contact information, an email address, a phone number, their full profile and preferences as far as if they're able to drive, can they work with cats, can they work with COVID, and their full available schedule. So there you have it again. It's and then each one is a credit. So for those that are not on our subscription plan, you can buy the credits individually by simply going to My Credits once you run out of your credits. And this will show you your history of credits. And if you want to purchase more credits, you can do so here. You'll see that we sell them in packs. Again, each credit is a contact for a caregiver. So They start at $49 for 3, 7 for 99, and etc. So this kind of gives you an idea of where we are with, and you'll begin to see where we are, or where you are with your credits, your history. This shows your history of all the caregivers that you've selected in the past. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. So that's pretty much it. So obviously you can always reach out if you have any additional questions, but I received a lot of questions about our walkthrough, so just wanted to make sure I did that. So thank you for listening. Hope to talk to you all soon. Thanks.